So a few weeks ago, I released this interview I did with Tony Robbins. And we talked about all kinds of things. We focused a lot on personal development and sort of Tony's journey and my journey of learning about Tony and studying his stuff and all the changes in our lives over the years. And it was interesting. It got lots and lots of great comments. People loved it. But I got one comment that came in on YouTube from Eric. And it said, "This is funny because you guys, Jeff Walker, Tony Robbins, whoever, are the top 1% of entrepreneurs talking to the 99% who will never ever achieve the same success. This is not my opinion. This is the Pareto principle opinion. So this is worth laughing out loud." And I laughed out loud, I think I did, at when I first read it. It's just hilarious to me that, that Eric left this comment. And first of all, the Pareto principle is that 80-20 rule. And I recently shot and released a video on that 80-20 rule, and it's very, very interesting. And Eric's right, because most of the people watching this, they're not super, super successful, because in the world, most people aren't super, super successful. And, I don't know, not everyone watching this video is going to have our level of success. Eric says 1%. Whether it's 1%, I don't know. But it's like when I read this comment, and what was running through my head is, and your point is what? I mean, the deal is there's this thing called leadership, and leadership is where you've been the pathfinder. You've blazed the trail, and now you're trying to look back and shine a light on your path for the people following you. And not everyone's going to follow you, and you know what? Not everyone wants to follow you. And even if someone doesn't have the level of success that Tony had or I had, what if they had 5% of that success? It's not about reaching our level of success. That's just one little nuance. Another one is like, if you're going to learn, and I highly suggest you do, if you're going to have any change in your life, if you're going to make any forward progress in your life, you're going to learn from people. And who do you want to learn from? Well, for me, one of my top priorities is I want to learn from people with experience. People who have had the struggle, who have gone through the struggle and have gotten the rewards, gotten to wherever I want to go. I don't want to learn from book learners. I don't want to learn from people who haven't had success. If I want to have success, do I want to look at all the people who haven't had success and like study those people? Well, maybe study them for what not to do, but I want to study the people who have had success and who have had that experience and have been down that journey. Now, have the people watching my videos, have we had the exact same experiences? No, just like I haven't had the exact same experiences as Tony. But you know what? 25 years ago, I was sitting on a couch late at night with nothing going on in my life, watching TV, and an infomercial comes on, and it's Tony Robbins, and I get involved in his world. At that point, the odds of me having any real success in my life, you would have put at way less than 1%. And yet here I am sitting here. I got to sit down with Tony and spend an hour and a half talking to him. I can text him. We're buddies. It is possible to make massive changes in your life. And if you sit there and look and say, 99% of the people aren't going to have success, I mean, well, it's ridiculous. And it's ridiculous that the only measure of success is you have the level of success that Tony or I have had. Because you can do 1/10 of our level of success and still have amazing results in your life. So it's just, if you want to learn, study those people that have been there. Study those people that have had success and learn from them. And it actually reminds me of the first time I ever went to a Tony Robbins event. And he played this game. There's like 3,000 people there. And he did this Simon Says game, the child's game. Simon says do this, Simon says do that, and probably most of you have played this game. It's a very simple game. So he had 3,000 people play this game, including me, including my son was there with me. And I frankly, I got washed out. Like within 10 seconds, half the room, when you sort of lose the game, you have to sit down. And so you can see who's left in the game. And it took like 15 seconds or something for me to lose, and I sit down. And pretty soon there's not that many people, and then they eventually ended up with like 1 or 2 people that he brought on stage, and he ended up with a winner of this game. And the point wasn't the game, because the point was when Tony said, okay, now that we've gone through that, I just want to ask, of all of you, when we started this game, how many of you intended to win this game? And out of this room of 3,000 people, I don't know, maybe 50 people stood up, that they started this game, they wanted to win. I didn't stand up. I didn't care. It's a kid's game. I didn't know why he was doing it, so I wasn't playing to win. My son did stand up. He was in it to win it. And he didn't win it, but he got pretty deep. He got very far in the game. And so what Tony said is, the thing is you're not, if you wanted to win this game, and it's a silly game, it didn't matter, nothing mattered about this game, but if you wanted to win this game, you weren't competing against 3,000 people. You were competing against the 50 people that were in it to win it. And life is like that. No matter what you're competing at, what you want to win at, you're not competing against 99%. Eric, if you're going to be like Eric and leave snarky comments on YouTube videos, you're not one of those that's in it to win it. If you're in it to win it, your odds are way, way better, no matter what game you're playing. And here, if we're playing the game of life, if we're playing the game of success, there's most of the people out there are just, they just want to get their 6-pack of beer and go home and drink it and go to bed. Sorry if that's harsh, but that's the reality. And if you study success, if you study entrepreneurship, and if you get training from people of experience, then your odds are a heck of a lot higher than 1 in 100. So I'm Jeff Walker. Wherever you're watching this, scroll down, leave a comment for me, and let's go ahead in this week.